This summer we've been going to the beach quite a bit.
There you go, just pedal, pedal, pedal.
And one of the things that I'm always finding is that, after we go to the beach, we get so much sand everywhere. And, you got to wait in line to wash off. And then even then, I don't wash off that well. Then I got to go into the car and then find a bunch of sand in there. That's one good reason why you might want to get some sort of water yourself for the car that you can go ahead and give your car and yourself a shower while you're out the beach. So we're going to find out whether or not that might make sense, and some things that you probably didn't think about when you went ahead with that plan with the WaterPort. I found this on Costco. This is available from time to time. You're just going to have to be lucky on whether or not it comes back in stock. They sell also on Amazon, I found, and a few other sites. So if you're interested in this, please check out my link down below. It starts at about $150. The Costco one comes with something else that is not included in the base package. So you'll see everything that I have found in my own Costco package in this unboxing. And it comes with everything that you pretty much need to get started. One thing that you might want to get that is not available in some of the base packages is you want to look for that pump cap. And that you'll see a little later on with me pumping with the top of the can to get more water pressure so that I can use the included high pressure spray nozzle. So the dimensions of this unit is about 25.5 inches in length, 11 inches high, and 7.5 inches wide according to their website. So this is definitely something that is more portable than something else that you might have been considering, and that's the Yakima Roadshow. So if you're interested in that one, I'm going to get that one, try to get that one in and do a comparison review of that one. That one's a 4-gallon unit, but they also have a 4-gallon, I believe a 5-gallon and a 7-gallon and a 10-gallon. Depends on whether or not you backed it on the Kickstarter before it was Yakima, before Yakima licensed it, or if you're getting it now. These things are, for whatever reason, really high demand right now during Corona. Maybe because everybody's going out camping, going out to the wilderness. So it's a little bit tough to say what you might be able to find in stock. So this is the DayTank, and it is in stock in a lot of places, but I found that if you go to WaterPort.com, which is the WaterPort.com, you're going to have a little bit difficulty finding it. So setting up was really easy, as you can see, and also filling it up is also really easy direct from the hose. They give you these attachments that allow you to just plug in from the hose from the house, and it'll pressurize and fill it up. I think it only took me like a minute or 2 minutes to go and fill it up. And depending on the water pressure that you get from the house, it might fill it up all the way in my case, when I did the test, it filled it up to 62.5 psi. Now the recommended maximum psi for this is 50 psi. So if you go above the 60 something, I did it once. There's a pressure release valve which would just release the pressure and also water if it's overfilled, so definitely be careful when you go ahead and do that. When the pressure relief valve goes off, I found that the pressure goes all the way down to 40 or 30 something psi before it closes back up again. So that's something you want to watch out for. Now, even though this has multiple mounting options, the one that is included in most packages is the hitch mount. You'll see a little bit more about that a little bit later. Here I'm going to demonstrate just roughly how long you get out of exactly around 50 psi in this first test. So when the spray comes out, it's very nice. It is almost as if you have it directly from the water outlet from the house. That quickly goes away, and this just gives you a really good idea just how much at the full pressure spray that you're getting. So if I were you, I'd be more conservative when I'm out about. Just keep in mind 4 gallons doesn't go a long way if compared to when you're using it in-house. So when I was first using it, I found that I'm doing the full-on pressure. The water only lasts maybe 2 to 3 minutes at full blast, depending on whatever nozzle that I'm using. Particularly the jet spray seems to use quite a bit really quickly. But After you do that, I mean, after you run out of pressure, it's just a matter of pumping a little bit and you get decent enough pressure to do something like, say, a shower. You'll see that in a little bit of an example a little bit later. But I really like that they included this plastic high pressure spray nozzle, which has a number of different settings on there. The plastic, at first I thought wasn't going to be that great, but really when you think about it, you want something really lightweight, something you don't want to worry about throwing away, and you can always replace it with something else. Everything here, the connections included, are all pretty much standard stuff you can go ahead and replace over at Home Depot. So here you see I've already run out. I'm pumping a little bit and I'm finding I'm not getting a whole lot of spray using the high pressure jet setting, but if I switch it over to the shower or some of the lower pressure settings, it's perfectly okay. So I filled it up completely from the wall, and this is where I find out that it gets at about 63 psi. If I tend to go a little bit past that, the pressure goes up and it does the pressure release, and I go down to 30. So this is my second attempt here. This is a full 62, and as you can see, the blast looks and feels very powerful, as if I'm getting it directly from the wall. So it starts out really nicely. Keep in mind that because this is a small container at just over 4 gallons, was it just 3.8 gallons, you run out of the water pretty quickly. They sell a couple of other accessories which might be pretty useful, but I think a little bit pricey. So they have a soap holder that clicks into the side, and also a nozzle holder that will hold the shower spray off to the side in case you want to go ahead and take a shower or have it permanently adjusted so that it is spraying out a nice constant stream hands-free, and that's $12.99. Unfortunately, I'm not able to test those out this time because WaterPort has been sold out of those since the pandemic, so I don't know when they might go ahead and restock. But I think this is very useful if you plan to go out and do camping, or even out when you're going out shopping and you're done, you want to wash your hands. But I would have ideally liked to be able to get the mount to try it to attach to the roof rack, which I couldn't do. Because again, they're sold out again, and you really need to get something very specific for it, or you got to manufacture your own, and I just don't want to go ahead and try that. So I have it attached over in the hitch mount, of course. Now on the Subaru, even though this is a little bit higher, it's basically an Impreza Crosstrek that's heightened up a bit. You see that it sits kind of low to the ground, and I don't like the way that sits. So I might have to get some other adapters, but because it's so small and compact, generally I can just leave it inside the car and be okay with it, and just only take it out when I'm ready to go ahead and use it outside or at the beach. So I guess at least you have that flexibility compared to something like the Yakima Road Shower, which is super long and lengthy but is meant to attach on the roof of the car or on some sort of rack. That is also more expensive, but it's also completely made of aluminum, and has some other advantages which I'm going to go ahead and explore in a future video. So overall, if you're thinking about something like this, if you go outside a lot, you need to wash down your bike, maybe wash down your car. This also will hold potable water. I have not tried that out yet, but if you need a water supply for emergency or traveling or camping, you can technically put in potable water in there and drink directly from it. Now again, I haven't tried it out. I read some reviews and they said something about how you might want to clean it out a little bit first, or you get a little bit of a some plastic bits and pieces in there. So definitely do that before you go ahead and put in water that you might plan on drinking. But it's good to know that that is an option. Alright, so that's it for this quick first impressions review. Again, I've only had this maybe a week or so. I've used it out a couple of times. Seems to do what it is that I want it to do, and that's just basically have the convenience of a shower or spray wherever we go, and not be tied over to some sort of water faucet or some sort of bathroom when I'm out about, or some sort of shower when I'm out at the beach or out and about. Alright, if you're interested in getting this, I'll have some links down below. Please check them out. I think it's very reasonably priced, and if you're okay with the hitch mount, you'd be good to go. If not, I suggest consider sticking into your car until some of these other mounts become available. Thanks for watching. Please give a like, subscribe for more. I'll definitely have some updates on this, especially comparison with the Yakima Road Show, and I'll catch you next video. Thanks for watching.